In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a very quick and simple captcha function that you can add to your forms to help cut down on spam. You see, if I go ahead and refresh the page, the image right here is a randomly generated string that's made by solely by PHP. So let's get started. Okay, so for the file structure for this, I have a captcha.php, which is going to create our image, and then I have a generic comment system. And I have a folder here for fonts. Now you're going to need to download a TTF font, and you can get those free here at 1001 free fonts. You can pick a font, just as long as it's a TTF font, you'll be able to use it. Use the font and the way I'm making this tutorial. Okay. So first things first, we're going to start our session. Okay. And let's go ahead and create a string called captcha. Just initialize it first. Okay. Now we're going to run a for each loop to get our characters for the image. So we say x equals 0, then x is less than. I'm going to use 5 characters for this, so I'm going to do less than 5, and then x plus plus. Okay. Alright, so now we can do captcha equals char random 97 through 122. Okay. Alright, I'm going to explain that, what these functions are actually doing. The char function grabs letters. Here, there's a cool little site. Let me see if I saved it. If you check this table out, which is the ASC2 table, you'll see that numbers 97 through 122 are the letters A through Z, lowercase. So what this function does, it grabs those numbers and turns them into characters. So what this is doing is randomly selecting 5 numbers between this range. Okay? So if you was to save that, here we go into captcha.php. First, let's do this. Echo captcha. You'll see we get 5 random numbers every time, letters every time we refresh. Okay? So to use this or save it to be compared later, we're going to go ahead and set a session and name it captcha code. Okay, so now we can compare later when we're comparing it like in a form validation, we'll have it saved to we have it saved inside of a session to compare it to later. Okay. Now let's go ahead and generate the images. The image. First we gotta let's go ahead and define a variable called directory. which will hold the fonts. So we'll do that. And then let's go ahead and create an image. Go image, create, true, color. Oh, need this first. Okay, so this is going to give us the size of our image. So we're just going to do it 170 wide, 60 tall. Okay. Now let's define the colors. Black equals image, color, allocate. Then we'll do image. Now this takes the RGB values, so it will be red, green, blue. All 0 equals black. The color we want our text to be, so it'll be image, color, allocate, image. Let's do this in a red. 10, 10. Okay, we'll do a white. Okay, so now that we have our color, alright, now that we have all that done, we can go ahead and do this function right here, which is image, fill, image filled rectangle. Okay, just do 0. Actually, gotta do image, 0, 0, 400. No, we don't need to do 400. So this is the height and width. This is an XY value, those first two. Okay. Now we're going to just need our final, well, not quite final image thing, but for our text, we got to do image. Oops, spelled that wrong. Oh no. Image text. Actually, no. Image TTF text. And what this function would needs are a few parameters, such as first where it's going, so the image, font size. Let's do 30 pixels. Okay, we can do an angle. So like if I do 5 pixels, it's gonna slant up 5. Okay, XY, we can do, let's try 10 and 40. We can always adjust this later. The color, we'll use color, which would be this one right here. So that should be a red. And then the font would be directory dot. Alright. Now we go in our fonts folder. I'm going to do Manx Sans. I like I think that's okay font. And then we're going to get the text. So the text would actually be session rand. No, it's not rand. It's captcha code. All right, close that. Now for the last two things we need to do is pass a header, and what this would do is once the page is loaded, it's going to tell the browser to treat this as a image. So we're going to do type, content type, image, PNG, new image, PNG, image. So what this does is saves and outputs this variable to create an image as an actual image. So if you save that, go back into our browser, refresh. Oh, misspelled that. Save. Oh yeah, we needed it for this one back here. We need to set the background, so we'll do white. Fresh. Man, I just spelled everything wrong today. Okay. There we go. So that's our image. Okay. Okay, so now let's go ahead and implement this into a form. I have a pre-built form. It has it's taking name, email, comment. So it's like a simple comment form. So at the top of the page, we're gonna add session start. Okay. So I'm gonna do div. And do image. Source. Captcha.php. Okay. And just for statics, throw a break tag in there. Label for code. Enter code. Okay. Alright, so now if we was to go to the comment PHP, there's your captcha. Now the border is added because I added a CSS style. So let's go ahead and try to match it. I'm not going to go ahead and do a whole thing for the entire form because there's tutorials on how to do it, like how to do error checking on a form, but I'm just going to go ahead and just do it for the captcha to show that it does work, and if it's matched, that it matches. So do if is set, post, submit, okay, if post code completely matches session captcha code, echo, it works. Save that. Refresh. Enter the code LZRSF. It works. Now if I was just to put any old string in there, nothing happens because it didn't work. Okay. Now say if you really do want to make that captcha code longer after you have it up and running, very simple. You see this 5 right here. Add it to 7. Save it. Refresh the page. Now you got 7. Okay, so that's how to make a quick and simple captcha function with PHP. Thank you.